This is the Brown Boy Wonder podcast.
Welcome to the Brown Boy Wonder podcast. And today's episode is all about the NFL free agent frenzy. I'm right here with Misbah. Misbah, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well, man. How about you?
I'm doing well. And Miss Steven, I'm here with you, man. How are you doing today?
Doing all right, thanks.
All right, man. Let's get into it. Let's start from the AFC East. The Buffalo Bills got Mitchell Trubisky.
They had him before, I think. So
Did he?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. He was always there.
he was there. He left, I think, for a bit. Or
I think he
actually, I
went
don't
to
know.
Pittsburgh for a little bit, and then
Yeah, he was actually. I think that was what it was. He went to Buffalo, then went to Pittsburgh, and I guess he's back. So
yeah,
That's
he's a
backup
reliable backup.
yeah, pretty much it.
Also, Deion Dawkins is still with the team for
That
3
one was
years.
funny because he put like a post saying he was going to leave right before he resigned. I think he was trolling.
Yeah, he was trolling a little bit. But yeah, 60 million there. I think that's it for the Bills. Not much. There's just those two guys. Down
Yeah.
from Miami Dolphins, they got
Ooh.
Shaq Barrett.
That's a nice one. I'm happy with that one. Not anything crazy.
Yeah, I wish he would get more than these 1-year contracts. He deserves more than that.
Yeah, I also think he's getting a little bit. He just came off like a torn ACL, right? Or was it an Achilles actually?
I
I
don't
think it
know.
was like
like that.
Achilles.
I think he tore his Achilles like 2 years ago and just came back last year, so maybe that's what it was. Maybe that's part of it. I'm not sure. But
Well-
he was at least in the Super Bowl run they had with Tampa Bay. He looks pretty solid.
Yeah.
The key factor there. So if
Oh,
there's
yeah.
anything like his pre-injury series, I think he'll be pretty solid.
I mean, he is, I guess, injury prone, but that's why he's like a 1-year contract deal.
Yeah.
But
Mhm.
and they still have Jordan Poyer for 1 year.
That's huge. Jordan Poyer is nice. He's also kind of injury prone. That's I think part of the reason they let him go. But when he's healthy, he was pretty solid for that Bills defense. So that's a
Oh,
big one, especially with Xavier Howard leaving.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's a great pickup.
Where it could pick up, but the next team is the New England Patriots. They just got Jacoby Brissett back with the team.
Yeah.
Mac
Definitely they're going
Jones-
to be drafting. They'll be drafting a quarterback. I'm pretty sure they just want to have a
Mhm.
security blanket because he's been in the system. So I think he'll be
Yeah.
a solid backup. And then not really sure what's going to do with Bailey. It might keep him, might move him around to practice squad or something. But yeah, their starting quarterback's the number 3 pick in the draft. So pretty sure. on
Ooh,
that one.
number 3. Ooh.
Yeah. At least
You
I
pick-
think he'll be
You
starting.
pick a quarterback or go for Marvin Harrison Jr.?
Oh, that team needs a quarterback. They must get a quarterback because like they don't have a quarterback. I
That's
don't think
true,
he's Brissett working out as a starting quarterback. He's a good backup, I say, but
Yeah, so
they
got
haven't been
nothing.
able to replace Brady. I think so. Ever since then,
They've got nothing on receiver.
yeah, that is also true. But I mean, I don't know. It's hard
Well,
to say.
they did sign Antonio Gibson from the Commanders. I think that's a good pickup for them. Their running back game
I
is
mean, they have Ezekiel, right? Or was he a free agent?
he was a free agent. I mean, I think he was there for like 1 year.
Oh, okay,
Right?
so he's a free agent again.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
Zeke was virtually not there.
Yeah, and then Ramondre
Not a
Stevenson.
factor.
Oh, okay.
And
Zeke's a free agent. Interesting.
Hunter Henry, he resigned.
Yeah, that's good. He's not bad, I guess. They got Austin Hooper. I forgot about that guy.
Yeah, from the Atlanta Falcons and somewhere else.
Well,
Cleveland
he was on the
Browns.
Falcons a while back. I think he just recently was on the Titans. No, the Raiders actually. But
Right, he was the Raiders.
He fell off a lot. He was like really good back in the day.
Oh, yeah. He was
Falcons
really
and
good.
Browns. Yeah, he was like I think the Browns signed him to the highest tight end contract ever at that time when he just came off the Falcons squad. But then I don't know, I guess
Yep.
he just kind of disappeared after that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he's good in fantasy, or at least 10 years ago or 5 years ago.
5 years in,
Usually.
maybe 5 years.
All right, the next team is my New York Jets. We acquired Tyrod Taylor from the Giants. Oh, sorry, me. I acquired him for 2-year deal.
Yeah,
18
Bar's
million.
GM, bro. You guys don't know. Secret GM.
We also got Morgan Moses from the Baltimore Ravens, so that's good for our offensive lineman.
Tyrod
think?
Taylor's gonna be he's always been like one of the best backups, I would say. So that's good. That makes me think that they're definitely getting rid of Zach Wilson, though.
He's gone. He's definitely gone.
I think Zach Wilson's done.
Good.
Well, speaking of my quarterback, Aaron Rodgers, I don't know if you guys heard.
He's vice
Robert
president, right?
Kennedy, yeah, Robert Kennedy
Yeah,
wants to
that's
be it. Wants to take him as vice
I know.
president. I
Wow.
We
mean,
have Aaron Rodgers, vice president. Steph Curry's trying to run for president. What's going on?
do you guys accept Aaron Rodgers being the vice president of the United States?
Mm. Is he gonna
No.
give us the Husta treatment? Is he gonna prescribe everybody medication?
Probably. All
No,
right.
I think we should focus on winning a chip first. Then we can
Yeah,
worry
I
about.
agree with that.
I think we'll worry about that after that.
Aaron Rodgers winning the Super Bowl with the Jets, that will complete my bucket list.
Yeah. Then we'll think about vice president.
Hopefully.
Greg Zerline is
Re-signing, right?
a
Yes,
crazy
he
one.
resigned. Greg Zerline and then Thomas Morstead. I'm glad they're still in the team.
They got a
Morstead's
cornerback,
great.
haven't they? Some
They-
cornerback from the 49ers. There was one cornerback. I can't remember the name. But they just signed him from the 49ers. He was kind of like backup corner, but he wasn't bad.
Is it recent or is it like
Yeah, this
like a
just
few days
happened
ago?
like yesterday, I think.
We'll see. We
I
don't
can
have
pull it
that
up.
news.
I think I have it. Hold on
Yeah.
one second.
I wish I kept up better, but
Isaiah Oliver, that's what it was. Yeah, Isaiah Oliver. Cornerback with a 1 year deal. I think he was like one of the backups for the 49ers. He's not terrible. I mean, it's only 1 year deal, so.
Well, it's okay.
We'll
He
see.
will mix it with Sauce Gardner. They'll do something.
Sauce Gardner, you already know.
All right, let's go to AFC North. Baltimore Ravens acquired Derrick Henry.
Oof.
I was so
That's
mad.
a huge one. Second best running back on the team, man. That's crazy.
That's right.
That'll be a big one. The running game's gonna look solid, that's for sure.
Mhm.
Do
Running
we
game's going crazy.
do we consider Baltimore Ravens as like a top playoff team winner with Derrick Henry on the side?
I think they'll be good. It's just that it all goes on Lamar's hands. Can you perform in the playoffs and not throw 3 picks
Mhm.
or whatever in the playoffs? So I still think they're a top team, even though they
Yeah.
lost some defensive pieces. I think, but the run game should be solid. Maybe draft a receiver or somebody to replace somebody on the defensive end. But yeah, it just depends on how Lamar performs in the playoffs. I think ultimately it's what comes down to.
It's the only thing really just holding them back at this point.
Yeah.
Definitely. Well, big signing for Ravens, Derrick Henry there. The
That's
next
huge.
team is Cincinnati Bengals. Not much going on here. I think it's just Zach Moss agreed on a 2-year deal with $8 million on contract. I think that's pretty much it for the Bengals.
Yeah. Looks like T. Higgins is requesting a trade. I wonder if they play that out. That would suck if they lose him because they already lost. Oh no, or they might lose Tyler Boyd because he's a free agent.
I mean, Tyler Boyd and T. Higgins, they're a good duo.
Yeah,
At least in fantasy, but they're a good team.
Joe Mixon. Mike Gesicki's not bad though for 3 million.
Not bad.
Mike Gesicki, and they got Geno Stone. That's actually pretty good too. Safety for 2 years.
I was reading this and I was confused. I was like, oh, they got Geno Smith? No, it's Geno Stone.
Yeah, Geno Stone. He's not bad. Mike Gesicki's not too bad either if they lose T. Higgins. So some good pieces. I feel bad they lost Joe Mixon though. Joe Mixon wasn't that bad. He had a pretty
I'm
solid
not
season.
sad.
That's
At
a
least
big
better than
weapon.
Zach Moss.
I'm not sad they got rid of him.
I'm better than Zach
Alright.
Moss for sure.
The next team
absolutely.
here is the Cleveland Browns. They got Jameson Winston and Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry
Oh.
Jeudy would be interesting to see because
Yeah,
he was
not bad.
he was like a really top pick, right? Above CeeDee Lamb, and then they're always comparing the two when they first got drafted, like who's better. And then over
Yeah.
time, CeeDee's been like a tier above him. But then is it the situation or is it just CeeDee? I guess we'll have a chance to find more on that with his
I
new
think
team.
it's the situation because
Yeah.
Dak's
Yeah,
gonna sling
definitely.
the ball, and Judy had 5
Right.
different quarterbacks at this point.
Yeah, for sure.
This will
That's
show what
good.
he can really do.
Yeah, at this point, I still think Deshaun's job to lose. But some people are saying that if James Winston has a crazy good camp, then Deshaun hasn't really been the Texans version of him in the Browns as per se.
That's
So they're
not.
still, so we can still see what happens with that. I still think
Mhm.
it'll be Deshaun Watson starting though, but James Winston, let's see. See if
Sleeper.
he has a chance there.
Mhm.
Oh, it's been crazy.
Well, hopefully Jameson eats his W's. I know Tyron will love that. The next team here, man, is the big one. Is probably the first news that was dropped for the
the biggest
free
one,
agency.
top three, I think. Yeah.
Pittsburgh
Top three, top
Steelers.
four.
They got Russell Wilson
We'll see. Oh,
and Patrick Queen.
yeah. This might be one of the best divisions in football, like in a long time. Like all these teams each have a chance to win the division. I think it's
Yeah,
not really
Pittsburgh.
completely. It's pretty wide open.
They did pretty good.
Russell Wilson. They have George Pickens now. Fortunately, they lost Deontay Johnson. Kind of sucks. So I'm not really sure that trade was
Yeah,
for.
yeah, I don't know about him.
I heard he wanted to leave, but I guess traded for something. I guess is that what it was.
Mhm.
But definitely Russell Wilson's got a big step above Kenny Pickett and Mason Rudolph. So
Are they gonna fight for the QB1 spot?
no way. I don't think Kenny Pickett is at that
We've
level.
seen
At
it.
least yet, I cannot. I don't
We've
even
seen
if
it
it's
now.
Russell Wilson in a down year. I think it's Russell Wilson's job at the moment.
Hmm.
But Patrick Queen's good. They have a solid defense. Their defense looks really nice. T.J. Watt, Cameron Hayward, Minka Fitzpatrick, Patrick Queen. That defense looks really good.
Yeah, their defense was the reason they made the playoffs.
Definitely, yeah. Now the
Yeah.
offense is going to definitely improve a bit with Russell Wilson. I still think they need some pieces. Maybe another wide receiver would definitely help along with George Pickens because Deontay Johnson left.
Hmm.
So maybe that. And their running backs are okay. I mean, Najee Harris, okay, nothing crazy.
A lot of
But
good receivers in the draft coming up.
that's true. That's still. So they'll have to invest in the draft for sure. I think. Want to compete in the North.
Pittsburgh's in a good spot.
Yeah, the entire AFC North. Like I said, they're all have a chance.
Yeah, I
Well,
think so.
well, if Russell Wilson's gonna get a new slogan. It's gonna be Steelers Nation. Let's steal.
Oh, whoa. I
No,
don't know
no,
about that.
let's
I don't
not.
know. I don't know if we can do that.
Well, he's Mr. Unlimited.
Make it.
More
Let's
like
go
Mr.
to
Limited.
let's go to AFC South here. Steven, your Houston Texans
Dang.
got Joe
Yeah.
Mixon.
All I wanted was defense, and they did
Danielle Hunter.
so much.
Danielle Hunter is a steal of the draft.
It is.
Neil Hunter, Alshire, Ford, Akuda.
I don't know about Kuda though. He was kind of a flop. Maybe they revive him. I don't know. He was a number 3 pick.
Yeah, I think he was on the tail end of the bad Detroit team before
Probably, yeah.
the good Detroit team came.
Desmond King isn't terrible. Mike Ford. Yeah, definitely they invested in defense like crazy. Joe Mixon is a nice, good addition over. I think he's better than Devin Singletary.
Mm-hmm.
And then Dalton Schultz is good.
Singletary is good for as no pun intended as a secondary running back.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
But yeah, with Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr., with Devin Sing or what's his name, Derek Stingley, it's a really solid defense. And then obviously you have Nico on Tank Dell coming back from injury.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty good.
Houston's going on.
For the first time in a while, I feel like a contender.
I mean, you have your quarterback, man.
That's all that matters, man. Once you get a franchise quarterback, things get smoother from there.
Yeah,
Feels good.
Generally
Stroud is your
I
franchise
felt this way
quarterback.
with Deshaun. All right,
Deshaun was good. They made the AFC Championship.
we know how that happened.
Yeah, they made it farther than a lot of other teams.
How long when Deshaun was in Houston for like 4 years?
I want to say 2017 to 2021.
Okay, like 5 years ish.
That ending was just peculiar. I mean, it's not normal for your franchise quarterback to get in that type of trouble.
Yeah, that was.
So that's
And
different.
Bill O'Brien got rid of the team.
Yeah, that too. And also, you got a head coach now. I think that you can move forward with in the long term.
I love D'Amico. He should be president.
D'Amico Ryans.
The next team here is the Indianapolis Colts. They got From the Browns, Joe Flacco.
Sure. Kept Joe
Wow.
Flacco. Something with the Colts and getting old quarterbacks is becoming a thing now. But at least they do have Anthony Richardson, which I think will start. So Joe Flacco's a good backup, just like he was with, or I guess wasn't a backup until he actually signed. But I
Yeah.
think Anthony Richardson is a little bit injured. I mean, he did go out for the season, and he's kind of like the Lamar Jackson type person who runs a lot. So him being injured is not out of the question. So I think they
Yeah,
do need some kind of security blanket, just in case
I
he doesn't
think
get hurt again.
I think he's good, but he's like Cam in my opinion, just
Yeah,
tall,
that
big.
too. He's big
Never
and
know
runs
what
a
you're gonna
lot.
get.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He got
Well,
his first season. Hopefully, he doesn't get injured again, but his play style might indicate he might miss some games. So we'll
Yeah.
see. Joe Flacco's a good. I think he proved himself last year that he can still play.
Hmm.
So I like the deal just to have some backup.
I mean, he's still an elite Joe Flacco. We'll see what he
Still
does
come back
here.
for the year.
Sure. The next team here, it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. They acquired.
Big noise. Got a lot.
They acquired the nut slapper Mac Jones.
The what?
Jones. I think
He
this is a Jet
slapped.
reference.
I mean, he slapped Sauce Gardner's nuts.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he did.
All right.
Mac Jones and Gabe Davis.
Yeah,
The two
Gabe
new
Davis is pretty
signings.
big.
Gabe
Gabe Davis
Davis is
is nice.
good.
He was always inconsistent though, but people always said he didn't get enough targets because Stephon Diggs would take it or something.
I would have focused more on keeping Ridley, but Gabe
Mm.
is
Yeah,
pretty good too.
Gabe Davis. I don't know about that contract really got though. We'll talk about that later, but that was a huge contract. Maybe
Huge.
that's part of the reason.
And
Um,
Jaguars still have Josh Allen.
Devin Duvernay signed. That's pretty solid.
Hmm.
Darnell Savage is good. Got a lot of pieces. Yeah, Gabe Davis with who else do they have on offense? Who's your tight end? Evan Ingram, right? Yeah, he's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's
Mac
still a
Jones is
good
definitely
team.
going to be backup for now. I guess he can learn than Trevor Lawrence, even though they're kind of. I think Mac Jones might be older than Trevor Lawrence. Actually, I think he is.
I think he is.
But
Really?
maybe he'll be backup for now.
Wow. Yeah.
I don't know why they made that trade, to be honest. I don't know. They really wanted a
Uh,
backup.
Yeah. It's
Doesn't
peculiar.
really make sense to get Mac Jones. But
right.
I don't know.
Well, the next team is the Tennessee Titans. They acquired Mason
Boo.
Rudolph, Tony Pollard, and Calvin Ridley. Calvin Ridley signed a $92 million contract.
Yeah,
Damn.
that I do not know. 50 million guaranteed is wild. I mean, maybe back in the Falcons days he was really good, but I haven't seen him that. I don't know about that contract. It's a little on the high end.
I mean,
Especially, you know what's crazy?
yeah.
Especially
That
for the
AJ Brown
Titans.
signed for 100 million for the same thing. So they basically got rid of AJ Brown for just paid 8 million less at the end of the day. So
I guess
wow,
so.
Wow.
something like that. I don't know. Maybe just pay AJ Brown. Maybe that.
Uh,
Well,
They
I guess
should.
we got D Hop as well. So, but is
They
D Hop plus
should.
Calvin Lee worth AJ Brown level? I guess what time will tell.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either.
Pollard's
Yeah, I mean they
confusing.
had to get a replacement for Derrick Henry. So
I would have signed him. I would have signed Derrick Henry. I don't know.
yeah, but also
Call me
depends on the
crazy.
contract. No, Derrick Henry is still definitely the better running back. It's just, I guess if you're paying a wide receiver 92 million, you don't have a lot of money to spare.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't have
Uh,
paid Ridley.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point. I don't know what you're
uh,
thinking of that.
Tony Pollard's still
It is
not
what it is.
a good running back one.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying too. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Tennessee's not really gonna make too much noise. I think.
Uh,
I mean, Hopkins and Ridley together. I think it's okay. He could get you a couple wins, but other than that, defense not that great. Running game's not really that great,
it's
and you still have a really
confusing.
young quarterback. I mean, Mason Rudolph's gonna be benched. Probably gonna be on the bench. So
I don't
I don't
know.
know.
I wouldn't be surprised if Mason's the starter.
Really,
Mm.
we'll see. I guess. I guess
Levis
we'll be training
was
for it. Yeah,
extremely hit or miss last year.
yeah. He either go out for 4 touchdowns or like no touchdowns.
4
Well,
touchdowns or 4
Four
interceptions.
touchdowns,
That's his game.
pretty much.
as long Mason Rudolph doesn't get hit in the head with a helmet and Calvin Ridley doesn't gamble, I think they'll
Ooh,
be fine.
Hey, he had it coming.
yeah, that's good. It's a big one.
The next now we're going to AFC West. We are going with Denver Broncos. Nothing really happened
Let's
there.
ride.
Let's ride. There's no writing. There's nothing. They
Yeah,
did
this
nothing.
team
No,
is this is a full blown rebuild right here.
this is
Yeah.
a bunch of nothing here.
Mm-hmm.
Bunch of nothing.
Well,
The
Lutz is a
next
good kicker, but that's
Yeah,
that's your
he's
best
already
signing.
there.
Then
He's already
yeah. The next team is the Kansas City Chiefs. I guess they just re-signed Chris Jones for 5-year, 158 million.
huge contract.
listen,
Jeez,
he's good, but
huge contract.
Is he
not
that
that
good?
not that
Huge
much. Hell
contract,
no.
but that contract means that eventually some of these other players are gonna have to dip.
The
Most
guy who
likely,
bitches about being on the Chiefs every year, like what?
like
I don't know.
Jarius Sneed, I think, is gonna go somewhere. He's not gonna get paid enough. Eventually, even if he survives this year, he'll probably dip after.
Yeah, that was hard. You had to pick
You
one.
can't pay
I
both. Yeah,
I would have picked Snead.
I would have picked Jones, but
It's so
Sneed
hard
is
to
still.
find a corner in this league, and
But they do have that Trent McDuffie guy, right? He's not bad.
yeah, that's true.
But
I
let's
think you have to
see.
get rid of Mahomes with that contract.
Irv Smith is
Uh,
so useless. Such a useless sign.
Drew Tranquil's okay, I guess. I can't believe they got Matt Rice. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's a
After
publicity.
the whole thing with him being, although I heard he was innocent in some cases. At least someone was telling me that.
He was innocent, but case is still
Which is
ongoing.
still active, yeah.
So
Well, he'll
that's
be
a
gone
weird
soon.
one.
Yeah, but although I saw one of his videos, like I think he hit like a Gatorade bottle and hit the cap or something.
Oh
Like
damn!
some famous video where it's like he's kicking from like he kicks a Gatorade bottle from like really far away,
Oh
and
yeah,
he manages just to get the cap off of it.
he's
So it's
very
like crazy.
talented, but
But yeah, the issues.
there's a
I
place
mean,
and a
if
time.
he's innocent, he's innocent. I guess we'll see what happens.
Hmm.
All right, well, the next team is the Las Vegas Raiders. They
The
acquired
Raiders.
the Raiders. They acquired Gardner Minshew, the mustache guy, and Christian Wilkins with a 110 million contract deal.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
don't know about that. I mean, I'm sad Wilkins left, but there was no way we're giving him 110 million.
yeah, he's on the
Like,
tail end of his career. He's still good,
a
but
lot of money.
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. He was pretty
That's
solid. I'm gonna miss him, but
you pay Crosby that. You don't
yeah, we cannot afford to pay him that much money.
don't give him that.
I'll miss Garoppolo. I'll miss him in the Raiders.
Oh yeah.
Well, apparently he's a cheater, so
Oh,
Yeah. Well,
with the
allegedly,
performance enhancers.
allegedly, allegedly,
allegedly, yeah.
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Either you did it or you didn't. But Gardner
uh,
Minshew? Damn. Starter? I don't
Gardner
know.
Minshew, yeah, that's the thing. I mean,
I feel
he's
like
still a
he
good player.
deserves to be a starter.
I guess it'll be the Minshew show. I mean, unless you want Aidan O'Connell. That's about it, right?
He was originally Jaguars, right?
Listen, playing
Gardner Minshew, yeah, I believe it was Jaguars with Eagles for a bit, then Colts.
playing Madden with McConnell, screw that guy. All right. Let's
All right, I
start
guess the
Minshew.
Minshew show.
He is pretty bad.
It's the Minshew show.
Sorry.
The next team here is the Los Angeles Chargers. I think the only big one here is they got Gus Edwards for a 2-year deal.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's okay. They're moving on from Eckler. Eckler had a pretty down year last year.
This
So.
is where I was convinced Tony Pollard was going.
Uh,
Gus Edwards, I mean,
I like
I've played more. I played more games than Gus Edwards. Like he's never there.
better than J.K. Dobbins. J.K.
I
Dobbins
just
rocked him a
Oh,
little.
I don't trust those two guys. I just don't.
Yeah, that's true. We'll see.
Now
They
we're
released
going
Mike
to
Williams today too, so that's big.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, he's a good player. The next we're going now to NFC East. Dallas Cowboys. They didn't really do nothing here. I only got Eric Kendricks.
They
One
finally got Eric Kendrick. Somebody. They
one
went
of
a whole day
the
without getting
few
any person.
teams that needed to do something and they did nothing.
Uh,
Eric Kendricks is good, but that's it.
I guess they're sticking with their team. You know,
They do that every
Prescott.
year.
Yeah, they gotta.
How are you supposed to improve if you don't make improvements?
Well, you signed Eric Hendricks.
Yes, sir. Eric Kendricks the GOAT.
That's it.
Yes, sir.
Dallas got to do more.
They need to do way more. Get rid of
All right.
Jerry.
That's.
You
I think he'll eventually die, but yeah, that's about it.
That would be their best hope of winning a Super Bowl.
Yep.
Hashtag sorry, Jerry. It's the truth.
That is the
Well,
truth.
Speaking of Cowboys, we got to go to the New York Giants. They acquired Drew Lock and Devin Singletary and Brian Burns.
Brian Burns is crazy considering that somebody was trying to get him for like multiple first rounders.
Yeah, Brian
Panthers
Burns
kind of fumbled the bag with that one.
Yeah.
It's a big one. I'm guessing Drew Lock will be number one starter.
Gross.
Because
Depends on
Danny
how
Dimes.
there's like rumors of him being released, right? So I mean, in that case, probably if he does get released.
I would start. What's his name?
Who?
The Italian.
Oh, you're talking about what's his name?
I forgot his name.
I'm doing the hand gesture right now.
That guy is a meme, bro.
The offense looked so much improved with him as the starter.
I don't know about
He
that.
looked so much better in like 5 games than Daniel Jones ever did in 5 seasons. I'm not
Didn't he get
saying
blown out
he's
like his last 2 games?
I'm not saying he's good. I'm just saying he's better than Daniel Jones.
Are you talking about Tommy DeVito?
Yes, sir. DeVito.
That's it, DeVito.
DeVito.
That's pretty cool.
Well, the next team here, this is the big signing. Huge one. We're talking about the Philadelphia Eagles. They signed Saquon Barkley.
Saquads.
Yeah.
There was a stat saying that the Giants are the 31st pass blocking offense and the Eagles are number 1. And now Saquon's going from 31st to first is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
It's literally like a big jump for him. I hope for the best, but he's a good player. He's been in the wrong team, I guess.
He had some injury concerns, but yeah, if he's healthy, I think you can definitely use him effectively.
Oh yeah,
definitely.
And he got some beefy legs too. I remember that one thing right there. But let's get into the next team here is the Washington Commanders. Or Washington team, whatever you call them. They got Marcus Mariota, Austin Eckler, and Zach Ertz.
No,
and Bobby Wagner.
Bobby Wagner is the biggest one.
Bobby Wagner. I forgot about him.
Bobby Wagner. He's a bit old, so he's definitely past his prime, but it'll be interesting to see him in that defense. So that's good.
I like Jeremy Chin. I think he's underrated.
I think they're definitely going to draft a quarterback. Though they're number 2. I think their aim is to get a quarterback in the draft. Then Sam Howell and the other guy in the bench. Austin Eckler. I don't know, man. He did. I feel like he fell off last year, but maybe he can pick it up. I mean, Antonio Gibson wasn't that big. I mean, hard for him to match those stats, I guess. So,
yeah, definitely. But all right, let's go into the NFC North here. Chicago Bears. They got DeAndre Swift, Gerald Everett, and the quarterback Brett Ripe.
Yeah, they also got Kevin Byard. Hopefully, I don't know if he's still good. The safety Kevin Byard. He did good at the Titans. He kind of didn't do much with the Eagles though. Swift isn't bad. I mean, we'll see. It's kind of like
Yeah, they signed a lot with no big return I see here.
Yeah.
Justin Fields. Do you think he's going to improve here this season?
He's out of there.
That's a lot of people saying he's done, so we'll have to see. I think probably Caleb Williams comes in. Well, the thing is, his trade value is kind of going down just because a lot of teams are already getting their QBs. So we'll have to see what happens.
Yeah, don't be surprised if Daniels is first.
Maybe. Let's get into the next team here. Detroit Lions. They did amazing in the playoffs, but they really got no one here.
Did they trade for that one corner from the Bucks, Carlton Davis?
Yeah, they did. Carlton Davis is there.
It's not too bad. I just remember the Eagles just got CJ Gardner-Johnson as well, which is pretty big. Yes. I mean, he didn't really do much for Detroit last year, but when he was in the Eagles, he was pretty solid. It's funny because like when he was released, he was like talking trash to Eagles fans, saying they're like the worst fan base, and then now he's back. So that'll be
Not
an
wrong.
interesting reunion. Yeah, he's not wrong. Not at
Not
all.
wrong.
Not at all.
No, they worked on signing what worked last year, and that's smart.
Yep.
Well, let's get into the next team here. Green Bay Packers. The big one here is Josh Jacobs from the Raiders. 4-year contract, 4-year deal.
Like that. I do not like that. Why did they get rid of Aaron
No,
Jones?
that's
That's
dumb.
Josh Jacobs doesn't make
that's the
sense
big
at
thing.
all. Does not make sense.
Josh Jacobs is good, but you already
Yeah,
had
you
something
already had
special.
Aaron Jones. The
Yeah,
worst part is Aaron Jones is signing for $9 million. How can you not afford that?
yeah.
I
The
feel
worst
like they
part is
want
they
to.
could have had both of them.
Yeah,
I
which
guess
they
they want
should
to
have.
try out new things then in
I don't
this
know.
Packers organization.
This just doesn't make sense to me, but okay, I guess.
Well, speaking of Aaron Jones, Minnesota Vikings, they got Aaron Jones and the former Jet, Sam Darnold.
Sir, Sam Darnold's going to lead them to the promised land. Trust.
Is he the number one quarterback?
Yeah, they have no quarterback. They lost Kirk
Jeez.
Cousins.
Yeah, they got rid of
I don't
Kirk.
know if Josh Dobbs is still on there. I don't know. I think it's only 1 year deal, maybe. Or even if he is, I guess he's the starting. But that's about it. They really don't have a quarterback.
No, Josh Dobbs was like a
1 year deal.
temporary. Yeah.
Yeah. So that means that's all I can think of is Sam Darnold's leading the show.
I
That's
guess so.
pathetic.
It is what it is, I guess.
The next team we just mentioned him is Kirk Cousins. He is now a Atlanta
Kirk
Falcon.
Cousins, Captain Kirk. That's probably one of the biggest ones.
Why would you even leave Minnesota?
It wasn't working
Did you
there
see
for
his
him.
contract though? This guy's agent must be like top tier with the way these guys' contracts are working.
Yeah,
Yeah,
give me his
180.
Insane. Everywhere he goes, he gets money.
He
But
knows
yeah,
what's to play.
I think the Falcon situation is like they're kind of moving a lot in a different direction, which is good because they got a new coach, they got a quarterback, so now that Pitts and Robinson and London can all get targets now. No one can complain that Kyle Pitts isn't getting targets.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
they do
that's
have a young team.
yeah, definitely. A young team and an experienced quarterback, I think, usually can work out. But like I don't know, some people are saying like Super Bowl aspirations. I don't know about that, but I still think they can definitely at least make the playoffs and maybe win a game or so.
Mhm.
So, the next team here is the Carolina Panthers. They got no one here. I mean, they got people,
Deontay
but
Johnson, it's not bad,
yeah,
I guess. Oh, they
that
got our offensive tackle Robert for 100 million is crazy though. That guy's same thing. Christian Wilkins, like these are good players, but these contracts are insane. A
they
hundred million for a guard.
just want to spend money, I guess.
I
Yeah,
don't know. There's not enough here for one of the worst teams last year.
yeah, the worst team I think.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go into New Orleans Saints. I guess the only big one here is Tyrann Mathieu with a 13
Yeah,
million on the contract. That's a big one for them.
it's good to keep Honey Badgers. Good in
Mhm.
his prime. His defense is pretty solid.
Yeah, they're kind of in no man's land. It's the best they can do, really.
Derek
They've
Carr
got
is
a
lead.
solid core, just need to make it work.
The next team here is Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They are keeping Baker Mayfield with 3 years, 100 million,
Yeah,
and Jordan Whitehead.
Baker Mayfield too. Yeah. Baker, Mike,
Yeah,
you're kind of keeping the same core they had last year.
yeah, they
And they kind of run it back with that. That's
did
not
what
bad.
Detroit did. It's
Kept Levante
smart.
David as well, so they'll pretty much be the same team. They did lose Shaq Barrett, but other than
Mm-hmm.
that, it's good. At least they kept their main core team.
Yep, that's smart.
Into NFC West. I think it's the last division here. Arizona Cardinals. I think the big one here is DJ Dallas. I think that's it.
Yeah,
That's
not doing anything.
very underwhelming.
Yeah,
Very. The next team here is the LA Rams. I guess Demarcus Robinson. He's good.
Very
they also
underwhelming
got
as well.
they also got did they get linebacker? What did they get?
Um,
No,
Just No, they got Leonard Floyd, right? No, not them.
No. That's we're gonna.
No, I'm tripping. That's 49ers, actually. No, I'm tripping.
Well, speaking
Yeah.
of Leonard Floyd, he's in the 49ers, and they got quarterback Brandon Allen to resign.
Why?
Yeah, Leonard Floyd is nice. It's not a bad. I think not a crazy contract.
Yeah, Leonard Floyd
Leonard
should
Floyd is
be
solid on the defense. Yeah.
great for that defense. Now that they think Young is leaving, so
Yeah, I think Chase Young is gone.
yeah, so not bad.
Mm-hmm.
And the last team here is the Seattle Seahawks. I guess Leonard Williams, 3 years, $64 million.
Yeah, we actually got
Yeah.
Jordan Brooks from them for 3 years.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's solid.
They need to do
That was
something with
solid.
Noah Fant.
Yeah, no offense.
Such
I
a
guess.
great tight end, and he's going to waste, and I hate it. I hate seeing it.
Geno Smith is a good quarterback. He'll throw to him.
He hasn't.
I
In 2 years, he hasn't.
think now he knows.
Mhm.
But
Someday,
uh,
man.
but yeah, that's pretty much it for free agency. There, of course, there'll be more news coming up, but this is the big ones here.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I think for me the biggest ones are probably the Eagles, the Texans, and probably the Falcons as well. Just because they're kind of putting together the pieces that they need to kind of go on big runs in the playoffs. So we'll see.
Yeah, I
Some of these
respect.
contracts though are insane,
Yeah,
man.
there's a lot of big ones, a lot of
Big
kind of
contracts.
unnecessary.
92 for Ridley, 100 for Robert Hunt,
I
114.
respect the teams that just re-signed a bunch of players and
Exactly.
trying to run it back. A lot of teams don't do that anymore,
Mm-mm.
which I like Detroit doing that. I like San Francisco doing that. Don't broke. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly.
Unless you're the Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
They need improvements everywhere. And by improvements, I mean they need a locker room leader.
Yeah, Dak is there.
Oh yeah.
Please.
Yeah, that's not gonna end well.
All right, well, that's it for this episode.
Mhm.
Steven, where can the audience find you?
Don't try to find me. I say
All
that
right.
every time, but you're not gonna like what you see.
Yeah, I understand. Misbah, what about you, man?
Yeah, the IG man, Misbah 6.
Awesome. Of course, you can follow this podcast on iHeartRadio, Spotify, and Apple Podcasts. And of course, I have an Instagram page on Brown Boy Wonders Podcast. So follow me there. And TikTok page, Brown Boy Wonder Podcast as well. And of
Woohoo.
course, I think I'll end it with Aaron Rodgers for vice president.
Nope.
Really reading.
Nope.
Please.
No.
No, sir.